Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. Thank you guys for the comments and the support up here. A lot of new things is coming. Yeah, you know those new things. And if you're following from the report from yesterday, building the things right for the moon actually today, the intuition, as you see this lady here, for it has no fears. She sees the storm. What does she was thinking when she sees the storm? And today you're gonna have the glimpses of the upcoming storm with in you that's gonna be leading to really cardinal um, problems in there. Particularly, we're gonna be talking about Mars in there. But as is coming, this is gonna be a lot of inner strength, a lot of inner power. This is going to be your intuitions knows the road. This is going to be a incredible power because tomorrow that same energy is going to begin to really enforce. So right now you are seeing it, that the storm will come, but it hasn't come to you yet. You have to learn what the storm is about. In a sense, the intuition knows what the storm is about. She's going to tell who? Venus. And since she's going to be telling Venus about this at 11 o'clock, if you pay in a few days from now, and a few days before, that 11 o'clock, it gives you something, isn't it? I'm talking about 11 o'clock in the morning for well, the 11 o'clock at night, it's giving you these divine powers with the midheaven, with Saturn, the wisdom before you go to bed. And you put the wisdom within you that the things are different, the situations are different, the powers are different within you, and so on. So, talking about this energy, guys, hopefully this is actually helping you really too much. Is as you see it, the storm is really bad. It's talking about like cardinal changes, but she has no fear. She's seeing the storm, and what she's saying in there is like, I am the storm. This is the moon at Scorpio. This is kind of like this feminine energy of the warrior, where it used to be Mars is there. That warrior type, that warrior archetype. Right now, Venus is there, so is the moon. And as the moon represents the mother, who she's going to tell first? The children. And this is why the moon, when it meets right now Mars and at Venus, because they are in trine, you're going to be feeling it, this power inside of you that's going to come from this intuition, how to do it. How did the intuition knows how to do it? She's been went through the storm. So you'll know what this energy is going to be taking out in there. As it's 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is still going to be at Libra, the midheaven is still going to be at Cancer. We are talking about this internal fights within you. But as you see it down below, up here, the moon, it is approaching Venus. That is when the moon is going in there to catch her up with this, sending the proper energies as she is aligning to join that energy that Mars and Venus are. So basically, in a way, this is going to be a very powerful effect in there. If your mother sees your own relationship, how you handle the problems, how you handling the situations, and how much your divine power and authority that you have within you can be leading, can be have a dual effect as you doing this. But the storm it's coming, the storm will become because the moon is going to be coming where? She's going to be coming into Capricorn. And that Capricorn energy, that's going to be a first quarter moon, that is going to be opposing who? Mars. Okay, so she knows how to handle it. What question is are you going to be listening your intuitions that tells you how to handle it? All right, so 8 o'clock in the morning, the midheaven still is going to be at Cancer opposing Pluto. This is more like we know what we need, but we cannot change it now. It's going to take more than we change it. Some of you is going to be feel like lack of changing. And Pluto says, don't worry about it. If they don't change, I will replace them, right? That's Pluto's job. It's kind of like all of a sudden the people are disappearing, people are not choosing, people losing things, some people finding things, right? So with this kind of like energy that it's gonna be coming in, that oppositions with Chiron is gonna be telling you what you still have not healed in there within yourself, and this is gonna be interesting energies because the true Lilith is there. The truth that comes out in the face healing is the truth is like you haven't healed this, you haven't overcome this, you haven't done this properly, or you haven't do this properly, or you have not understanding what happened. Don't be fast to, however, in your case that might be. Okay, so with this energies up here, and particularly we're talking about these divine energies in there. That was the other day that you seen at this. I was spoken about the thought and the Egyptian mythology there. You can see the pictures for in that energies that's gonna continue comes into you, and that wisdom is gonna be preparing you for the proper way to handle that storm. But what if the storm is about? You're gonna see it at the storm. Okay? Don't be go ahead and out and seek for the storm. The storm will find you the same way. Don't go out and seek for love. The love will find you. Can you let it go of that though? Some of you don't. Can you change of thinking that way to allowing the things? Some of you don't. And you're gonna see it exactly this at 9 o'clock because the midheaven that it's coming from Leo, there is a squaring the moon and Venus in there, that your ego standing kind of way. But if you listen to the soul is telling like, hey, listen to wisdom that it's coming. Listen this power of the wisdom inside of it. Go work with the authority. So right now that the energy is going to be looking into the ego, you're going to be working on your ego. Hopefully you understanding that your ego has to mature and make a contract with you. It's like, okay, I got it. It's not good. It's hurting you because the ego is really hurting you when you're acting in your own way and you're self-harming yourself. So with that interesting position, the ascendant as it going into Scorpio, it is squaring Pluto, the desire not to change. A lot of the people, they don't want to change. And you cannot change them. They have to change themselves. That is including you. You need to look at it, the things that you cannot change, asking yourself why, and then asking yourself why I can change that. What gives me the reason? And you will find a wisdom beyond your level of understanding. Start walking within your consciousness. You're going to be thinking differently. That is the purpose of awakening. Okay. All right, here is the ascendant at Scorpio. That is a standing between the moon and Venus. That is this energy that is going to come to you. That is going to be a 10 o'clock energy. And it's going to tell you here, there's going to be a meeting between the mother and the daughter and the son and the wisdom. Okay. So this is going to be a very powerful energy, incredibly going with the flow. You are going to have this, I mean, intuition that's going to be like pinpointing everything. The psychic powers, they're going to be very powerful. Those who are psychic readers, your energy of level of thinking and looking and going out there, you're seeing the energies, describes in the energy, all the sudden is going to come out so clean and clear that you are going to be wondering that you ever had like this before. So with the midheaven, there is a at Leo. These divine energies remind you about what it was. You to start be in the proper way of to be a king. You to work with the soul. Divine's putting you in the king's positions in there to lead with your soul. You to be the lion king, not the lion uncle, right? So changes is going to be required in there, and those changes that's going to comes in, they're going to be showing it to you. And here is that energy as 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking about from Chiron and Jupiter, this beautiful divine energy that's going to come. And now you're going to see in these energies, because that energy is going to be applied to what? To tomorrow, when the storm is coming. Okay, this is that picture that I put at the front, and I'll tell you why. Because tomorrow the moon is going to be exactly in that place with the ascendant, exactly in that energy. You're going to be walking into this storm in there. You're going to be working at like what I need to grow, what I need to protect, what I need to, how I need to adjust. And this is going to be tomorrow's energies, but you're going to see in it one day earlier. Whatever the divine gives you an energies before, yeah, they're gonna give you this energies before, with one purpose in there. You to prepare yourself, and you should be thankful of those visions in there, in this. Yeah, you might not gonna like what you see, but you know the hardest thing to is to be living in the real life with the reality that it is what it is. Most people, they don't live in realism. They live on desires, they live on needs, they live on fears, they live from this kind of like striving for surviving, while you should live of these energies of growth. All right. Talking about the next tower, the ascendant is going to be at Sag. The midheaven is going to be between Libra and Virgo. In there, it's going to be at 29 degrees, so which is basically walking out of Virgo, going into Libra. That power of your internal self, that shift, like okay, I need this relationship. I need to understand these things. I need to figure out these things in there. I have to look. The energy of inspiration is going to come so powerful, because the ascendant of Sag is going to comes in and shows you, you're going up here. You're going up here. You're going up here. And you're going into transformations. So right now, the ascendant, it's tapping into all the energies. It's tapping into a very good synchronizations energies of the inner work that you do. It's tapping into the Uranus that it's currently is in Mars. You're going back to reduce something in the material world. And that's what Uranus is retrograde. He shifts in you back. He's like, yeah, you think you know more, but you failed to learn certain things. I'm going to get you back into the earth. I'm going to go get you back into the material world. I'm going to go get you back to understand the proper things in the world, in the material world. Because guess what? The most screws up in the material world shows up. The most screws up into the internal world. And if you're screwing up within the material world, guess what? It shows you what you need to look in your internal world in there. And most people, they don't like what they see. Most people they don't understand what they need to do. What is that? In their shell energy. But that energy of the ascendant right now, it shows up with this. And now the moon, it's coming into Venus. She's like, do this, be a real, have that real love, have learning this wisdom. You have this wisdom within you. Mars and Venus, you guys are powerful. I'm so happy from you. This is the mother that actually goes in there. She sees her daughter is getting a, this Mars in there. And she's like, you know what, go ahead and do it. While the father has this little bit challenges in there. You may find some similar stories around you to hear it because that's what the energy shows up. But in that case, what it needs to be, look, who is there? Saturn. You see, the center is right now is the center of all this. He's the only one. Divine energies through all this. Okay. So the wisdom taking it in there is gonna come so beautiful as long as, guess what? You open it, that wisdom, like a newspaper. Don't just reading it in there on the front page that says like, here is what's going to happen. And at the bottom, under the picture, it said, read page 15. And guess what? You read it under the front and you never open up a page 15. This, it is about the wisdom to go there, go deep. Because Saturn and Pisces is deep within the consciousness. He's training your consciousness in the soul. But where that comes from? Spirit. Saturn represents the connections between the soul and the spirit. And this is how he knows everything. All right. Talking about 2 o'clock energies. Man, I'm getting a chills that goes through my body. Like everything is waking up and there with these energies. I don't know why for it, but it's good. It's in a very good position. So that's hopefully that also happens to you. 2 o'clock energies, the midheaven, it's there where the ascendant was. Right now, you see this lack of transformations. And the only way you can see is looking at either for the divine that goes with Uranus, or either with the Chiron, the unhealed patterns within you, or you're standing totally on the way of transformations. And at that positions, you're wondering what should I do? What should you do? As the typical Scorpio's energies is like when they entering on the first problem that they need to see, some of the Scorpios, what do? They hit reverse. But there is this other Scorpio, I want to talk about it. They say like, you know what, screw this. They let go the foot off the brake. They step in the gas. They put the shifter in there in the first. And they just go for it. And this is how you're going to find some of the things inside of you when you actually step for it. Sometimes it's great you to say, you know what, I'm just going to step on the pedal to the metal to see how it is. But this is how the winning is done. And Scorpios who's winning, that stuff, they know what this is all about. But they know where they're going right there. That sudden change of, instead of going on the reverse, back it off and not doing anything, it's going to be facing the energy of stepping up and go forward, but really forward. All right, here is that storm. Right now, I said the midheaven is there with the moon and Venus in there. We're seeing it in the ascendant what the storm will be. The moon is gonna comes into these degrees of Capricorn. This is gonna happen in about a few days. And when if we do that in there, when we get in it within that energy, what would you do? Guess what? You already know that. See the moon sextiling that ascendant, particularly we're talking about 3 o'clock. You're gonna feel what is it you need to do. You're gonna know what cardinal changes to make because you already saw it. It was told to you. You already know how that. And deeply within yourself, you may have some issues with emotions. You may have some issues of like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I don't know how I'm gonna do with the family. I'm not gonna do with the partnership. And I don't know what kind of job, because that's how all this is represents. I mean, everything begins from Chiron. There is an areas about you, and then it goes into the Mars, who is in the family. Then it triggers that energies of the sun that is in the relationship, and the energy of the relationship, it's hitting your professional career and the earth, which is what? Capricorn, the cardinal zodiac sign for the earth. How you do it? What do you do it? With what do you do it? You see, but those cardinal changes, those energies, when you combine them together with yourself, you understand how to navigate. And that's what the moon will be doing. The moon will tell you how to navigate from with yourself. Yeah, this hour is a very beautiful, as the midheaven is walking in the Sag. A lot of inspirations is in there. Don't fight the universe. But those beautiful ancient wings that comes in with Pluto, and particularly the ascendant is at that very, very first of Aquarius. Is like, don't have fear. Enter those Aquarius. You're a rebel, but in a good way. You're changing the world in the good way. Go be yourself. Go be truthful. Go be real. Go show them how it's done. Go reinnovate things. Go create new things in there that the world needs. Go be yourself. Go do it with love. And everyone is going to be looking, it's like, what have you been smoking about? Give me a little bit. And you just step on the pedal and leave them in the dust. Let them watch you how you do it. And do it twice. So make sure they see it. All right. Well, this is typical Scorpio energies. If you guys don't know it, that's how it goes. I'm giving you a little bit interpretations on these energies. All right. Talking about the next hour, 5 p.m. Midheaven is going to be at Sag, and those divine energies towards Mars is going to come to you strong. But be mindful about the energies. Like, you listen to the teacher, you listen at something, and then it's like, I don't want to listen. I don't want to do this is not for me, and so on. When you exactly know that it's exactly for you. Because you already listen, you already know so much, you're already getting so much, and you feel like, oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, you really have to do it, because that message is going to be coming in from your divine masculine energies. Okay, so with these positions, my personal suggestion is this: go ahead, listen to Chiron, listen to your divine masculine energies. What are they telling you about all this conflict situations? However, in your case, that may be. All right, 6 p.m. Midheaven is at Capricorn, square Neptune, and the ascendant is at the very first minutes within Aries. You're just born, a brand new baby. Oh, I'm back here at the Earth. I don't want to do these things. Oh, you really have to do it. That's what you came here for. So might as well have a joy. The energy of this positions is gonna be like, what should I do on this Earth? Well, you already know what you should be doing. You came here with purpose. All you have not found what is that purpose is within yourself. And with those kind of like energies in there, in the next hour, you will see what did you came here. You came here to make cardinal changes within yourself for the benefit of others. If you pay attention in your life, the way the life is teaching is that exactly that. This is like somebody's asking a question. It's like, hey, you know what? I've been there, and I know how it feels to be in your spot. But here it is how I did it. Here how it goes with this person. This is how they did it, and that's how I do this. Because that midheaven, as you see it, the moon right now is in that Chiron kite in there, but the positions is very interesting because this beautiful kite, it came from Mars, who just gave you the divine guidance. It's like, don't go up here. Don't go that much within the storm. Control yourself, and you're gonna know how to navigate it through the storm. And this is what the moon and Venus will be. Okay? Have a faith and trust. But don't bring wars, don't make situations, don't make storms, because some of you will do it. Why? Because you cannot do this flight. You're afraid of flying. You're afraid of being real, because you're being afraid of being judged. But if you understand your power of being real, then the real attracts real, and then that attractions of reality brings the real happiness, the real work, and the real purpose you came here for. So now you understand it, what the previous hour was all about. All right. What can I say? The universe is going to be telling you with this energies as the Uranus is rising on the ascendant, and we have the midheaven here with Pluto. I was talking about this triangle here for a very long time, this trine between Uranus and Pluto, and they are sextiling Neptune. The big guys, the three wizards, they found Jesus and they said like, yeah, there you go. How did they in you? How did they knew? How did they felt? How they feel that energy? And right now they're giving it to the world because this energy is, as I stated before, that energy is going to be even the next year, in the next year. You think you're going to get away with that? Oh, you won't. Okay? So this waves of repeating things that's coming in and the repeating patterns towards us, they teach us how to get into the next level and get more stronger. As a physical exercises you give into the gym. This, you continue operating the same exercise in there, and guess what? At some point you're gonna be like, and you do it with limited amount of energy, because you can put the energies to work somewhere else. At the same time, your body's gonna be healthy. All right, talking about the next hour, which is gonna be at 9 o'clock. The growth is rising in the horizon. You look in the area of concerns to grow where they are. Age of Aquarius, the midheaven is in Aquarius, trining Jupiter, trining the Sun, trining Mercury, trining the truth, trining the path. You had it. As is the similarities right now with this triangle here, you have the similarities with the triangle between the moon and Venus. And there's these divine energies from Jupiter that it's going to give the blessings. Okay? You're going to get the blessing. You're going to see these blessings. Because those blessings, they are going to start coming in more and more and more. Because tomorrow, Jupiter is going to be on those divine energy pretty much the whole day with Chiron. But it's going to happen tonight. It's going to happen overnight. You're going to be able to feel it. And when you wake up, you're going to be like, what's going on with me? Did I heal myself? And tomorrow, that energy of healing is going to come into you. It's going to point out a totally different divine path in there. Okay. All right. 10 o'clock at night, as you see it, the heaviest energies here. That's going to be Venus and the moon with Saturn. Very powerful. And this energy is here between Mars and the sun. As the sun is keep going forward, we have a Mercury at 16 degrees. We have the true Lilith at 20 degrees. And the sun here at 13 degrees in there. That energy is going to start increasing a little bit more. And you're going to feel like I need to fight. Would you fight or you choose to be wise? Because if you're wise, you will understand you don't have to fight because there is nothing really to lose. Yeah, a lot of triggers is gonna come, and here is the energy at 11 o'clock. For I spoke about this yesterday. I give you that energy at 11 o'clock yesterday. Now you're gonna be living at that. Okay. The midheaven is gonna be exactly with Saturn. Those divine energies there at 14 degrees, they're gonna be pouring towards the sun. And tomorrow, that 14 degrees of Saturn, since the sun is gonna be going into the 14 degrees of Libra, that is how you're gonna win the storm through the help of the divine. Whether the divine is gonna guide you. Don't go this left road. Stop for a second. And you, what I mean, need to stop. And you stop your car, and then a little child just goes in front of it. For some of you, those kind of like things will be. But it all depends of the level of the relationship within yourself. How wise are you gonna be listening? That little voice, that little situations, that preventations of creating the wrong actions based off your emotions, based off your level of survival, based off your judgments, and so on and so on. Okay, but that energy is going to be so strong, so powerful, and that's going to help you to overcome the storm, because that storm is coming, guys. And when that storm hits you, how you gonna be handle the storm? So right now, the moon is preparing you for that storm. And you need to be thankful to the energies that they're giving you the heads up, because it's coming towards you. Sooner or later, it's gonna come in. Okay, guys. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys for watching, and come back the next time. Okay, guys. Be love, and hopefully this report really helps you. And prepare yourself. Okay, prepare yourself, because once that preparation is done, you're gonna be feeling wow, at peace. Why? Because you're sure from within yourself. And that's what this energy is. To have that inner belief within yourself more than you believe in anything else. But the inner self at also trusting the divine. Thank you, Jolene, for the sons. Appreciate it. And I will see you later, guys. Be love. Mhm. Thank you, darling. I saw it.